Okay, what a glorious day it is to be alive, I guess. It is New Year's Eve 2021. I don't know, it's about 54 degrees. It's beautiful out here. Probably don't even need the jacket. I'm at the base at the southern end of Seneca Lake, one of the Finger Lakes in New York State. I'm down here in Watkins Glen, and there is some great chocolate milk all the way up and down in that little area between Seneca Lake and Keuka Lake. There's 3 local dairies that do chocolate milk that are certainly worth talking about. I picked all of them up today, and we're going to discuss them, so let's do that. All right, so the first place I stopped this morning to meet up with the fine folks at Acres Creamery. And Sweet Acres doesn't even do it justice. They call it that because the milk has an inherent sweetness to it. Milk in a lot of jerseys. I've mentioned in the past that I feel like Jersey chocolate milk, or Jersey milk in general, has a little bit of that sweetness to it. Sometimes I feel like I can pick it out, but I wouldn't say in a blind taste test I always could pick out Jersey versus non-Jersey. It was really awesome meeting up with Jerry, Delmar, and the other hardworking folks there at Sweet Acres Creamery, doing tremendous work to put out stuff like this. That is magical stuff. I mean, it's got the hallmark. It's a cream line, primarily Jersey chocolate milk. So right off the bat, it's gonna be killer. But I've had some of those that don't have it could have a funky flavor, could be weak. This is nothing like that. This has a very prominent cocoa flavor. It's got a salty bit up front, which is really unique and nice. So it's almost like a chocolate malt, but I'd say more chocolatey than malty. It's got a gorgeous feel. It disperses exactly where it's supposed to go. The flavor is even and it sustains itself for a long time. It's got that warm creaminess from the non-homogeneous nature and from the higher butter fat in the Jersey cows. This is super good stuff. They don't have the nutrition information on here, but Jerry told me that there's 5 grams of sugar per cup in this, which is an insanely low amount of added sugar to chocolate milk. But with the inherent sweetness in the milk and their confidence in the flavor, not just of the milk itself, the base, which is fantastic, but of the cocoa flavor too. It's undersweet for sure, but it's still super rewarding and very indulgent. This is amazing stuff. This is a 10. Woo! I'm glad I got a lot of this stuff. You can check out, they got a really nice website. So if you're certainly in the New York area, the upstate New York area, you might be able to, there is a delivery service. I can't speak for how far out it goes, but I would recommend giving it a shot for sure. This stuff is awesome. And they even got me to drink the white milk too, which is rare. I'm not really a white milk fan. It went down nicely. It's the first white milk I've probably drank straight in a long time. And I was better for it.
Did I think to tell you how sweet you?
The next stop this morning was at Valley Creamery in Dundee, New York. Lovely little countryside there off of 14A. I think it was off of 14A. Anyway, they've got like a little self-service shed there with their products in it. They also sold raw milk in a glass bottle, which was super cool looking. I don't know if I got that on camera or not, but it's an honor system. Would love to see some raw chocolate milk. Don't know if they're into that or if that's legal or whatever else. But they do have this organic A2, 100% grass-fed chocolate milk. It does separate. You got to shake it up. It looks gorgeous. Looking forward to trying it, of course. Interesting. So it's right off the bat, it's thinner, which is great. I do like especially if it's thin and has a high creamy ratio, thin but creamy. I do like that very much. It does have that. I'm not getting a ton of flavor in my first sip. It tasted tastes a little bit like coffee milk to me, which, hold on a second, I haven't had coffee today. Gorgeous texture, a little bit light on the flavor, I would say. Very much like the base. You get that kind of buttery sort of residue. Residue is not a very attractive word. You get that buttery sort of afterglow, I will say that you get after the sip. It's kind of warming on the lips. It's a good feeling. It just doesn't carry that much cocoa flavor. It's not super sweet either. It's just overtly not very powerfully flavorful, which is okay. Granted, I did just have the Sweet Acres, which has a really nice punch to it, has flavors pretty well amped up. I'll continue to work on this, and maybe this will peak in a couple days. I'll have this in a couple more days to see more with a cleaner palate and see how it is. With the blandness aside, it is a lovely grass-fed, organic A2 chocolate milk. Checks a lot of boxes there. This is more on the subtle side, but it's still very enjoyable. So, you know, I'm not going to complain. Okay, and lastly, we got Rock Stream Farm from Rock Stream, New York. It's also non-homogenized chocolate milk. So all three of these are non-homogenous chocolate milks, which is awesome, and a trend that I hope continues. Lighting's kind of awful, but just went in here to Rock Stream Farm in Rock Stream, New York.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Okay, I'll keep this brief. Producing the video now from last December, and it looks like as of March 2022, Rock Stream Farm has been sold to Crosswinds Farm and Creamery. They say they're going to continue to make the same great products. I don't doubt that for a second. So go ahead and stop by there and let me know what you think. A gorgeous place that has been open for about a year. I think they started selling milk this year, and they didn't have any chocolate milk in the refrigerator. All they had was regular milk and peppermint milk, which I'm looking forward to trying that too. Oh no chocolate. So they made me some just on the spot, and that stuff was in a cow this morning. They got Jersey cows out here. You can see them out in the yard. Again, the lighting's kind of rough, but gorgeous place in here, super friendly staff, and I'm indebted to them to mix me up some chocolate milk. Doesn't even have a label on it. Fortunately, I was able to pick some up at a Dutch market just a minute ago too. So I have some with the label and some without. I wanted to get it from the source, and it was awesome that they were able to provide that. Another great thing about this Rock Stream Farm chocolate milk is that the label reads super cleanly. Milk, sugar, cocoa powder, vanilla. You know, it's very simple, 4 ingredients. Nothing on there that you can't pronounce, so I appreciate it for that. Certainly could have a few ingredients and still be flavorless, or still have some other affliction to it, but this is lovely stuff, and part of the reason it's got that nice thinner kind of flowy texture is that there's no stabilizers, starches, or anything like that. Not that can't be good, but in this case, I think it works to its advantage. It's simple, it's directly delicious. This is really nice stuff. So gonna enjoy this on my way back to Rochester. The wind's picking up a little bit. This is delicious stuff too, wow. All three of these very unique in their own way. They're also all very much worth your pursuit. Whatever you like in chocolate milk, you're gonna find something that you like out of one of these. There are a few dairies in this little area that you might want to check out from a chocolate milk standpoint. Matter of time before I slip on this rock. Look at that. Just a roadside stand here. I'm not even sure where I'm at. Somewhere off of Route 20. And they're selling Sweet Acres Creamery. So I'll definitely pick some up here, support the local stand. I just saw a sign that said dairy products sold here, chocolate milk, and turns out to be a really good one. Lastly, we got Rock Stream Farm from just nearby. What was the name of that town? Oh my God. Cut that. Okay, and lastly, we got Rock Stream Farm from Rock Stream, New York.